Are you training your staff properly, and are you doing it on a weekly basis? Welcome to AMC. I'm Dr. Todd Osborne. Today, we want to talk about your team at your office, teamwork, team building, and putting together the ultimate team so that your clinic runs like a top, runs like a machine, and you can get the best results with your patients and ultimately the best income potentials from your practice. So let's get started. Obviously, we know that we have to build a team, and part of that is the hiring process and going through the vetting and all we do in the interviewing process to properly fit the proper people into your practice. And that can be a struggle, and staff turnover can be a problem. So what do we do to try to create the environment that stops the staff turnover, that is a place where it's a sought after place of employment? It's a place where they want to be. And so they're not only getting paid financially, but they're being fulfilled and rewarded in what they get to do on a daily basis. And so obviously the vetting process, going through our proper interview process to get the right people in your practice, on your team, is key, but it goes much further than that. And the training process is what it really comes down to. Are you training your staff properly, and are you doing it on a weekly basis? Or do you just have that training at the beginning and say, hey, here's how to do it and good luck, and you bring them to a boot camp or two and you just expect them to have it down? But in reality, we need that slipping and checking that BJ Palmer talked about, even with our adjusting, that slipping and checking, that those little things that start to fade away or get dropped or falls through the cracks. And so what we need to do is make sure that you're having your weekly team meetings, and part of that is training that goes into that. And obviously then your morning meetings or afternoon meetings, shift meetings that you have at the start of each shift or with each group of the team, that you are making sure that you're doing that to keep people motivated, inspired, and on task on a daily basis. Now, I've always been one that said you hire good people, but you train or you develop great staff. And so yes, we want to hire the best people possible without a doubt, but that training process is what's going to make them the best that they can possibly be. Just like you doctors, you may have taken training in some specialized technique or other business things, and that makes you have to be the best that you can be. And so you didn't get there overnight. You didn't get there the first time you took a training or went to a seminar. It takes time and repeated training or repeated experience with that to make it happen. And so right now, I know beginning of the year, I'm a golfer. There's a lot of things out there now. What do you do to get ready for the season? And what can you do to practice? And what can you do to better certain areas of your game? But it takes time and training. It isn't something you can just talk about or think about. You have to be able to do that. And so I would encourage all of you to make sure that you've got core values established in your clinic, and that you are training through those core values, meaning that whatever that core value might be, it might be excellence. Okay, are you training on a weekly basis toward excellence in whatever department you're working with, whether it's the front desk on scheduling or missed appointments or whatever it might be in your office or practice that needs to be fine-tuned, needs to be slipped and checked, and make sure that you continually strive for that excellence and making that a part of your practice. And excellence is a habit. It isn't something that you arrive at or you just gain. It's something you have to do over and over and over again. So I would encourage you to really focus on your team, what you can do in 2023 with your team, with your training, to make sure that you have the best year possible. And I'm telling you, doctors, no matter how great you are, it comes down to that team. How great the team is going to determine how great you are as a doctor, as a clinician, as the results you get, and help you build that reputation in your area, in your city, that makes you the best of the best. It's going to be about that team. So you have to carve out time for these meetings. You have to structure these meetings with importance, that it's not just to get together and have a gripe session, but it is to get together, it is to celebrate the wins, it is to deal with the issues and solve them moving forward, and it is to train and retrain and retrain and retrain so that you can continually have that excellence in every area of your practice. So as you go into 2023, think about team building. Make sure that's something you're on board with. If you don't have the training, you don't have anything for your staff, then obviously you need to find it. You need to get that. And maybe that's at AMC and the staff training that we have, the CA coaching that is available for you to help you with this. It can't all be done for you, but it will definitely assist in everything that you're trying to do. So thanks for joining us today. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified whenever we have a new content post coming out. And you can check the description on here for ways to get into our content as much as you'd like. And if you want more information about AMC and how it might help your practice, reach out to us at amcfamily.com.